doing more, harder, longer is kind of antithetical to getting us what we want, because the divine feminine, if you will, aspect
Yep,
of yoga, which is the divine feminine aspect of of getting pregnant and being pregnant, really requires slowing down,
it does.
a deeper breath, a moment of reflection. So yeah,
And that's how you get that prana flowing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you
And
can't
that prana then flows right down to your ovaries and follicles and eggs within, and the sperm, and creates that beautiful embryo that creates that then healthy pregnancy. So
yeah.
marry your mind, get into right relationship with your mind, get into right relationship with your breath, and you'll get into right relationship with your fertility, your pregnancy, your postpartum, your community, the future. So.
Yeah, and certainly raising, you're on the fertility journey. This is what you need. You want to be the best. You want to show up as your best self for your child in all those moments that are going to be challenging
And there will
because you're,
be.
but
Wow.
so that second one was completely unaided by any
Yeah.
kind of medication.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely my ability to breathe through.
Hmm.
That's what we practice in yoga. You breathe through the sensation and keep your mind from racing, because your mind is going to go, oh my God, this is terrible.
Hmm.
And your breath and your intention can override that.
Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant.
When we ostracize our bodies for whatever the thing we think it's not doing right, then we are creating energetic and emotional blocks
Mhm.
that will inhibit the natural flow of what we call in yoga, we call it prana. It's life force, right?
Right.
And
We call
that's
it
what we,
chi in Chinese medicine.
of
Yes.
course,
Mhm.
it's not a thing specific to yoga. It's everywhere. It's just what you call it. So yeah, qi in Chinese medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's what we're dealing with, right? In fertility, right? We want prana to be able to flow.
Yes.
So something else I always try to explain to anyone who's maybe on that fertility journey is not every yoga class is going to be the right one for you at this time.
If you've tried to conceive in a given month and it's post-ovulation, that's not the
Yeah,
time for you to be in that, heat, whether it be just cranking up the thermostat or infrared for that matter.
right. Because you're incubating your baby
Yeah.
and specifically infrared heat, one of the benefits is that as opposed to an external heat that just like warms our skin and makes us sweaty, the
Yeah.
infrared does penetrate deeply.
Hmm.
So you don't want to do that to
Right.
your unborn child.
Right. Yeah.
So, and the thing is, there's a lot about, I think, around women's health and pregnancy and fertility, all this so not understood. So, not only do the pregnant women not know that whether or not they should be going to those classes, the teachers don't know to tell them to leave. But it got me to the point where when it was time for the epidural, and I had all this fear around this, and the doctor said, okay, you're going to exhale, put your arms around your husband and don't move. And in my head, I'm thinking, if I move, I'll be paralyzed. So,
Oh,
because
oh,
I didn't know.
yeah.
I just took that ujjayi exhale. I closed my eyes and I went inside and I didn't move a muscle. And my husband said that the doctor looked up at him and went, like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
But that is my yoga practice that got me there. Can be so soothing and grounding. And that is, Apanavayu is the energetic, the downward energetic flow that we get when we do any kind of a grounding activity, whether it's sitting to meditate, whether it's some simple yoga that's again not getting our heart rate up too fast.
Mhm.
Um, all of these things get that apanavayu
Yeah.
flowing, and it doesn't when we're
Right.
doing this.
When we're on the gerbil wheel, so to speak.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
and we can be on the gerbil wheel sitting still. So because it
yeah.
is the mind that we want to really help. I don't want to say harness or control, because that's an impossible task, but have a better relationship with. Let's put it that way. Hey there, thanks for joining the conversation at Health University, where we're committed to making ourselves just a little bit smarter about our whole health and our reproductive health. Make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell so you don't miss a future episode. Leave a comment below, especially if there's a topic you want to learn about. We're happy to know and to include that in our episodes. And since 1 in 5 people are determined to be struggling with fertility, share this with 5 people. You're bound to help at least one change the course of their fertility struggles and help realize their dream of family. We value your time and we keep these recordings as succinct as possible. But if you want to listen to the full episode, just click below and the entire episode is there at your disposal. Once again, thanks for joining us at Health University.